Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Downtime with Downstar, episode 159. And today we are here with Gunner Vick. Vicky dem buddy. Guncast. One half of Guncast. Vick, thank you for being here, bro. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you, man, for reaching out to me, man. Surprised the hell out of me, honestly.
Really? Why is that?
Who am I to get interviewed or be on a show or something like that? Who am I? Honestly.
You're you, bro. You know?
Humbled.
You know what it really takes, dude, is it takes somebody like your partner of Guncast, Aki, to be able to recognize somebody that has that personality that he knows would be beneficial for this kind of setting, you know, and you definitely have it. And the good thing about it is that you kind of don't even know that you have it. So it's so natural, you know, and that's one thing that's really lacking, not only in like the media space, but just in life it's in general. So when people find somebody like yourself that's just, you know, you are who you are, you're genuine, it's definitely refreshing, dude. And that's why I wanted to have you on here to talk. All
right. Hey, look at me. Speechless. Thank you.
I love it, man. We've been chatting for a while, but the first time that we ran into each other was H Day last year at Maryland, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it was Maryland, right? Maryland. Yeah. It was a good time, man. You guys did the Guncast live inside of there. And then you had the booth popping, dude. So what was
booth was lit.
What was something like that to you? I'm just assuming that this was your first experience with the light being on you. What was that like?
Humbling. Very, very humbling, bro. Very, very humbling. I was very surprised at how many people came up to me.
Yeah.
Aki, we already know he's in his own lane. They come up to him because it's him.
Yeah.
For people to come up to me and want a picture and ask for merch and everything else, humbled. Very, very humbled, man.
Dope, man.
For real.
I like it, dude. You guys have a really good chemistry, and that probably speaks to the success of the show. You guys have been hammering it out. It's every Monday. Is it a specific time on Mondays?
Yo, 6 p.m. You heard?
Oh.
Monday, 6 p.m.
All right, so what do we got? What do we got right there, dude?
6 p.m. Guncast Mondays. You heard?
Yeah. Now is that your merch?
Yeah, it's my merch,
dude.
People really mess with that, man. That show has helped me open up a lot. You know? Coming from somebody that really doesn't like to talk, especially to strangers, and don't like to be like, even us doing this right here is not me.
Yeah.
So it helped me a lot to realize that everybody's not Can you curse on this thing?
You can say whatever the fuck you want to say, bro.
Everybody's not a dick.
I feel you, man. So before we get any further, if people aren't familiar with the show Guncast, can you give us a quick breakdown of what it is and what you guys are doing?
Guncast is, we started this thing, we're on episode 46.
Nice.
We cut it off right there because of the quarantine and everything. And we didn't just want to throw out a 47 because everybody asking for it. We didn't just, 47 is obviously special. It's, you know what I mean, Aki's number. And so we cut it off. We started this around after January last year, 2019. And it took off, man. It took off. It really surprised the hell out of me how much people was really messing with it, man. If you go back and watch from 1 to 46, I would not even. If you go back and watch from 1 to 4 to 25, you'll see how camera shy I was.
Yeah.
How I was like mad stiff, uncomfortable. Watch what I say. To 25, where I was like everybody, man, this is what it is. This is it. That's it.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I love it, dude. And when people are able to get to that point where they just feel comfortable and they're just like, fuck it, that's where the best content comes out of, you know, because you're not holding back. You can say what you want. And the best thing about having a platform like Guncast or Downtime with Downstar is it's not like everybody has a chance to have a opinion on it, because it's not like Instagram or Facebook where it's just everywhere and people can comment on a short video or a picture or something like that. You actually have to dedicate time to consume this media that we're putting out there. So you get to know your audience, the people that you're talking to, and they get to know you as well. So if you say something that could be misinterpreted by somebody else, your audience won't take it that way because they just know what it is. And that's one thing that I really love about podcasting is I don't have to really be as political as I was on, my other social medias.
So, well, 80%, sometimes it goes between 60 and 80.
Got you.
Is questions that these people ask that they want to know. What size turbo, what size tires, what kind of gas, who's tuning it. That's from them.
Yeah.
When we go off into conspiracies and funny stuff about back in the day, and like anytime you hear anything off the wall, it comes from me.
Hell yeah. I love
Anything that's not car related comes from me.
I love it. So I've kind of noticed a little bit on Guncast and then having these conversations with you that the automotive community isn't really like your main focus. Can you speak on that a little bit? Like, how did you even get involved with well, that's a bigger story, but what is the automotive community to you? Is it just like a hobby or something to do on the side?
As far as cars go, and I tell a lot of people, I enjoy working on my car more than I enjoy driving it. And that's being honest.
Really?
Yeah. I enjoy working on it, man. Like, because I've been around it forever and never really took the time to study it. It used to be looks. I remember when Slips was the end of the world when Slips came out.
Really?
Nah, you gonna put Slips on there? No, it's gonna be fire. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I used to be on. Like, so I was more into that, and then when I didn't really start. I always worked on cars since I was 15. It was my first job I had was working on cars, but I never really been into as far as taking the K24 apart and putting the Type S oil pump on it, plugging the. I never did that until last year when I built my car.
Oh wow.
I just never cared.
Yeah.
So the whole, as far as a racing scene, it's not for me.
Yeah.
It's not for me.
So have you been around it for a long time?
Yeah, I've been around it since about 15 years old.
Hell yeah. Well, let's dig into it. First, where were you born and raised at?
Born and raised in Yonkers. I was born in the Bronx and raised in Yonkers.
Got you. So when did you make it over to Yonkers?
As soon as I came out the womb. Yeah.
Okay.
I stayed in the hospital 24 hours and I went straight to Yonkers.
To Yonkers. Got you. Okay. So what was it like growing up in Yonkers?
Yonkers was cool, man. Yonkers is still cool. Growing up in Yonkers was it was good. Growing up in Whitney Young, it was good. I had fun outside, doing usual kid shit, blowing up M80s, doing dumb shit. It was fun. It was fun.
The only experience I have with Yonkers, besides with you guys, is through DMX.
Mm-hmm.
So what was that like back in the day when that whole DMX wave was going on?
DMX and my brother used to always be around him. My brother used to be around him a lot. DMX and the Locks, obviously. Styles and Sheik. Styles' grandmother lived there. Sheik used to live there. And I see them literally. I see Styles almost every other day when I'm at work, and it's like regular. Oh, what's good, P? What's good? That's it.
Wow.
Like, it's regular. Yeah. So I don't look at him like, oh, shit, that's Hov or it's 50. Like, I mean, it's regular. He's definitely a regular dude. No security, regular.
No way.
Yeah, it's just regular.
So growing up right there, what were some of the things that you would do as a kid? What were some of your hobbies that you were into?
Yo, do you remember the blackout of what year was that blackout? When we had that big East Coast blackout?
No.
You don't remember that?
No.
That was national news.
I wasn't really into the news back in the days when that shit was happening. It wasn't until like after 9/11 where I started paying attention to what was going on in the world. Everything before that, it was just like
I agree.
my like 10-mile radius, you know?
I agree. We had that national blackout, and I remember I had my boss at the time that I worked for as a mechanic. He's the one that taught me everything. Hector. He taught me everything.
Yeah.
He bought me '88 Acura flip up headlights. Remember that?
Yeah.
Man, no rust at all. And when the blackout happened, me and my boy Twin took that car out. I stole the registration sticker off of another car that we were working on.
Yeah.
Put it on my windshield, took the plates off that car. That back then, remember, they didn't have the license plate readers on the back of the cop car.
Uh-huh.
Put those plates on that car, barely knew how to drive stick, and I was gone.
Really?
The whole night.
What year was that?
Oh, my God. This had to be 2000, 2001, 2002.
Got you. So were you about 15 then?
Yeah.
What'd you guys do?
Drove around Yonkers, that's it. Drove around Yonkers. We ain't had nowhere to go. We didn't know nobody. I raced, that's the first point, actually, I met Ox's brother, which he'll probably tell you about his brother James. That's when I met him. I had raced him from light to light, and police, as we were racing down, him in his truck, police was coming up the other way.
Yeah.
And we both seen him, and he went one way and I went the other way because we seen the cop bust a U-turn. 15.
At 15, dude.
No license, no light, no registration, the plates wasn't even mine.
Bro, I was still reading WWF magazine at 15, dude.
Damn.
So, what was that like, the blackout?
That was fun, man. Stores were scared to open. They didn't stay. Once the nighttime came, stores were closed, man. Gas station was closed. Everything was closed. We just walked hood to hood. That was it. We just walked from our block to another block to another block to another block.
Yeah.
And just chill. Everybody was outside. Good time. No, nothing crazy.
So how is that that area? Is it pretty like neighborhood like over there, or do you have to watch out for certain areas?
Yeah, back then, no.
Yeah.
Back then, you had to be, somebody had to know you. I mean, you just couldn't walk everywhere. And especially on my block, back when I was growing up, if they didn't really know you, like a gentleman that passed away, God rest his dead, Malachi, when he was alive, he actually was the reason why people would walk halfway up the block and then they would cross the street.
Whoa.
And walk, and then continue walking. He was just a wild boy.
Wow. That's crazy. Yeah, we never grew up with anything like that over here. I mean, maybe in like downtown LA or somewhere in LA in the hoods, it was like that. But out here,
LA ain't no different.
I mean, to be this, I haven't even really experienced that, you know, because we're probably like an hour away from LA. So we're more in like the suburbs. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, we have our kind of the areas around here that are a little more dangerous, but it's nowhere that we'll be walking around. You know, it's California is a lot different than New York is. It's really spread out. I don't do much public transportation or anything like that, or walking. You know, it's pretty much you get in your car, you go where you're gonna go, and then that's it. But
it looks so dope, though, man. I ain't gonna hold you.
Have you ever been?
So dope. Nah, never been. I've never been.
No way.
Nah, only I've been to Vegas. That was it. California looks so dope, man.
Damn, it is, dude. I love it. You know, I love New York too. I love New York and how busy it is all the time. How much stuff you can get done, and how concentrated everything is. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. It's a lot more concentrated than over here. Everything is a lot more spread out. So if something's going on in LA, that's like a whole different world for us because this is like 50 miles away, you know?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I want to go to California to try the tacos. Y'all got big Mexicans out there. Our Mexicans are small. Y'all got big Mexicans. So
oh, no, we got the real Mexicans over here, dude.
Yeah, I want to go out there and taste that food.
Logistically, that's where they come from. You know, Mexico is right there by San Diego, and then they just come and travel and then just spread the whole coast with delicious food.
Word.
Yeah.
Tacos.
Hell yeah, man. But you got to make it out here.
You do Tuesday tacos too?
No. I think the only time I would do like a Taco Tuesday is when we would be going out clubbing and stuff. You know, so they would have like a Taco Tuesday night. You go and there'll be somebody cooking, but it was more about going clubbing than it was about the tacos. So 15 years old, street racing already. At this time, did you realize that you even had any feelings for cars, or it was just transportation?
Nah, I always had a feeling for cars. Yeah, hell yeah.
When did that start?
Boy, I would say I got into the passion of cars around, same. Even before I had my boss bought me my first car. My father's a mechanic.
Okay.
So I've always been around cars.
Got you.
So I fell into love around, I would probably say like 14, like 13, 14. Into cars. Like, I love them. My boy Ish, he had beautiful cars. And his brother Omar, God rest his soul. This is why I got the '07 on his shirt.
Got you.
It's the day he passed away. And that shit means something to me for real. And he, you know how, all right, if you growing up in the hood, you have the certain older dudes that would cast you out, and then you would have like, yo, get out of here, little nigga. You too small, like you too little, get out of here.
Yeah.
And then you would have that other younger dude that's with them, but be like, nah, come here, my nigga. Like, nah, you good.
Yeah.
He was one of those when I was a youngin'.
Got you.
And he's always been like that, and he did everything I wanted to do. His brother had a hatch, he went and brought a hatch. His brother had a coupe, he went and brought a coupe. His brother had a turbo, he went and bought a turbo. Like, he's always brought me in to let me see and let me feel and let me drive, and that's why he really like got it stuck in my head. Like, this is the way.
Dope, man. Yeah. What did you see your idea of like the car that you wanted to have when you were younger? What was like your dream car?
Oh, she was mad corny. Nah, she was mad corny. It was a CRX SI, slammed to the ground, single cam. This is before I knew about swapping the motors.
Yeah.
P-flow intake.
Yeah.
A cherry bomb exhaust.
Oh shit.
A bronze clutch. Clear lights in the front and clear lights in the back. It was terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
That was an era though.
Terrible era.
Yeah. It's crazy. Do you ever think about that? You know, you look at old pictures of yourself, or even, you know, what you wanted your car to be, and those times, that was fly. You know, what you wanted was fly. You know, even what we're thinking right now, if the dream car that you have, or I have, or whatever I'm into, or whatever you're into, this is what we're into right now. This is fly. If you're gonna ask me, this is what I do. This is fly. But I don't know if I'm gonna feel like this in the future.
Yeah,
you know,
20 years from now, we might like, yo, we was mad corny back then too, bro. Yeah, we was mad corny back then.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff that I wanted to do to my car that I probably wouldn't do now. But I got it all out of my system with the heavy in the streets EG.
You look like you had fender flares on your Honda Civic and chrome rims.
No, I didn't.
You lying, Frank. Frank is lying. Frank is lying.
No, I kind of, when I got into the Honda community, I kind of had the cheat code already. You know, down here we had the NWP for life. It was like a forum with all the SoCal guys, and I got introduced to them really early on in my hobby of messing with Hondas and stuff. So I was kind of put on before I got to that level, you know, before I naturally progressed into that, where I see a lot of people on their progression now. You know, you start off with something that's cheesy, and then you keep moving up. Well, the guys that I wanted to be like, that was kind of what I was emulating. So I kind of missed that part of, you know, trying to find myself and my style and the things that I wanted to do personally.
Cool.
Yeah.
No,
so
yeah,
that's kind of when I did the heavy in the streets EG, the gray EG with the Lambo doors. That was pretty much the whole thing that was behind it.
Yo, that was corny.
Yeah. And that's what it was. I always want, you know, it was corny now, But at a time,
no.
everything that I did to that car at a time was the best thing that I ever wanted to do.
Yes.
You know, from the underglow to the Lambo doors to the graffiti, it was all steps of me being, you know, in love with Hondas, or even in love with cars. That even before I got into Hondas, I was into muscle cars, and like, oh, I wanted to do this, I wanted to do that.
That's
And
how I started.
yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah, I started off American cars.
No way. What were you doing?
78 Nova. That would be the still to this year. That'd be only an American car I would ever own.
No way. 78. That's like the box ones, right?
Box one, yeah.
Got you. Will you put some 30s on it, donk it out, or what?
Oh, see, this is racist. You see this racism shit? You see? Put some donks on something. You see this?
I love donks
shit?
too.
No, man. I put some drag radios on there, man.
Got you. So, what about like a Grand National?
I like Grand Nationals. I do. Those are one of the first turbo cars that came out. No?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like Grand Nationals. Absolutely.
Yeah, that car was
I like the
nasty.
55 Bel Air too.
Got you.
I like those. But my old school car, yeah, I mean, me and man, we talked about it on Guncast. My old school car to take home, park in my garage, is gonna be a '64 Impala with hydraulics.
Oh,
just like the one in what's that movie?
Boys in the Hood.
Boys in the Hood. I want it to be
yeah.
just like that.
Oh, dude, that's so beautiful, man. I was listening to that episode when you were talking about that. I was like, yeah, that's a pick right there for sure, man.
Yeah, I take that 100%. I told somebody I'll trade him right now for the RSX for that.
Dude, there was one time where I had a buddy and he was selling one, juiced up, hydros, everything hooked up, ready to go for like 20 grand, dude. And I should have just fucking bought that shit. But
beautiful, man. Them cars are beautiful.
Yeah, that's a great car right there. When I got into cars, that was my intro, was because my dad was into like lowriders and things like that. So I was into muscle cars, and then I had my I still have it to this day, the Chevelle, 69 Chevelle.
Chevelle, yeah. That was my boss's favorite car.
Really?
15 years he had it, and it sat in the shop, and I worked at that shop for 6 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, he loved that car.
They sit, dude. That's what happens with these old cars, dude. Is you'll do something to them, and then life happens, and it just ends up sitting, dude. I had that Chevelle sitting for like 4 or 5 years before I got it running again. But it's that's a good pick, dude. So what color would you want it to be, the Impala?
Maroon.
Maroon.
Yeah, I would like it to be maroon.
What
maroon
about
black tents with some Chip Foods wheels? No, I gotta go to Chip Foods for the wheels.
Really?
Yeah, I gotta go to Chip Foods.
Oh shit! You're not fucking with the Daytons?
No. Yo, another racist? God, what's wrong with this motherfucker, man? No.
That's that's like the car right there, dude. With the Daytons and the 520s, with the white walls, the 13-inch Daytons.
New York, Cali.
Yeah. So what was it? What was it like in New York? What was the style of cars that people were going with in New York?
As far as what?
Just what was popular. You know, I remember watching Paid in Full, and all the cars in Paid in Full there with the Saabs and BMWs kitted and things like that. Was it more of like that?
When CRXs came out, I know two of the dope boys from my block went and bought them both brand new.
Yeah.
They went and bought the CRXs when they first came out, brand new, and they crashed them a week later. $17,000. They bought them off the lot, and they crashed both of them a week later. Yeah, that's a real story.
You ever crashed a car before?
No.
Me neither, dude. Well,
no, I fell off a bike though.
No way. You bike?
I know how to ride. I used to wheelie. Look, I'm a first gear wheelie. I know they're gonna kill me for this, but I'm a first gear. I just hit it in first and just hit it and then come up with my fat ass all day. But that's about it.
Was it like a street bike or a dirt bike?
Street bike.
Got you.
How dirt bike? I'm scared of it.
Really? Is that something that they do out there? Is like dirt bikes and the
Hell yeah.
Really?
Hell yeah.
No
bike life out here.
Yeah, we don't have anything like that out here, dude.
No, y'all like donks and tipping on fofos. All that other shit.
I was so into that, dude. Like when It was like the maybe 2005-ish when E40 was really popping, and then the donks got really popular around that time, and that was an era, dude. But
That
then,
looks dope, bro. I'm
yeah,
not gonna hold you. That shit looks dope.
yeah,
I watched the donk racing,
yeah,
drag
yeah,
racing that
yeah,
they do. That shit is dope.
yeah,
That shit is dope.
yeah. There's one. I always wanted to go to it, dude. This is weird. It's like something that I never even talk about, but I love all kinds of cars, dude. It's called Donk Day. And if I'm not mistaken, it's probably in like Memphis or something. But it's just, I don't even know how big it is. It could be just like an H day to us Honda guys, or it could be some little meet. But I seen it pop up onto my feed and I just started following. I'm like, damn, man, these cars are so fucking sick, dude. This with the huge ass wheels and just looking gaudy, and the interior, and just, it's just dope, dude. I love it.
Dope, man. Shit look dope for real.
I want something on 30s. I don't know what. You know,
Truck.
a truck.
Take a dually on 30.
That's something that's really popular out here, is with the truck scene. So they have a lot of the single cab Silverados, the Dodges. They do a lot of that out here, and then
my boy had a Silverado that went 1050s.
Yeah,
and we drove it to the track.
Yeah, dude, it has the LS in it. You know, it just needs tire, and you're ready to go. But I like that, man. I like all kinds of stuff, and not just. I don't like to just be boxed in the Honda community. You know,
Honda community is great, bro. Like the Honda community is dope.
Yeah,
it's just weird. It's weird.
Yeah,
it's weird.
Well, let's talk about it. When did you start getting into the Honda community, as far as being in kind of involved in what's going on, seeing who's who, the names and things like that, the events coming up?
3 years ago.
3 years ago. And what was it that started that?
Ock coming back to racing. Technically, when Ock bought his red hatch, the AK-47, he had sent a text message to me and said, yo, what you think? And I said, no. He said, why not? I said, for what?
Yeah.
He said, because, my nigga, the racing is dead. I could probably come back and save it. This is dead serious. This is what he said. And I said, so?
Yeah.
No, leave it alone. So, next day I woke up, the nigga posted a video. He bought it. And that was it. That was it.
So, before that happened, well, let's just get into it. How did you and Aki even meet?
Me and Ak, I know him for fucking. I know Ak since elementary school.
Wow.
Yeah.
No shit, dude. That's crazy.
Elementary school. Ak had his little pants on. Like, you know, your parents dressed you, had your little pants on, and they was pulled up over the belly button. Shirt was tucked in. Ears was sticking out. You know, you got big ears. And, you know, I was like, oh, come here, little nigga. Let me talk to you a little bit.
How the parents dress you.
No, they dress you, man. They pull your pants up.
Yeah,
I know Oxford's about elementary school for real, though, man. And elementary all the way up till now. Still, same thing.
So when did you notice that it was turning into a real friendship? Was it right off the bat?
A real friendship would probably when we was teenagers. Actually, no, I'm lying. Well, we still still teenagers, 18, 19. Yeah, because that's when he was into his car shit heavy, and that's when it was two separate crews. He had Rob's Maps crew and Ralphie and all of them that he used to be with, and our crew is Chrissy and everybody that I used to be with that was from my block, and we would intermingle with each other.
Got you.
So we would always see each other. He used to be up there building something. It should be down here building a little nice car or something like that. We'd meet in the parking lot. We'd all chop it up. Everybody was in the mingle. Everybody.
Yeah. Now, when he was into the racing stuff, were you just coming to just hang out, or were you part of it as well?
Hang out. I didn't care two shits about it, honestly. No, I didn't. I knew he could drive.
Yeah.
Whoever he was racing, I said he was going to win, and that's it. Like, that's it.
That's crazy. So when you
I'm in the background. Right?
got you.
I don't want to be up there. I don't want to. I don't want to grab the car. I don't want to do none of that.
Yeah.
I'm in the back. Me and a few other people are in the back. That's it.
So was your main interest of going just to hang out with the homies rather than it was just to watch racing?
Yeah.
Got you. Got you. Got you. So go back to when he was going to buy the car back again. Was that kind of your mindset? Like, well, why are you going to keep messing with that Honda stuff?
Yeah, I'm just like, for what? Like, you left the game for a reason. What you coming back for?
Yeah.
And the response was like, yo, the class is dying. I can save it. I said, so what? And history has been made. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, definitely. Shit has definitely changed a lot ever since
from 4 cars to what, 24?
To be honest, I'm not even sure, dude.
I think it's 24 to 26, and that was just from talking shit.
Yeah.
I can save, I can do, I'm going to do, you can't do what you want to do, and look at it now.
Yeah. Now, while all this stuff was unraveling, what was your thoughts about everything?
Nothing.
You're just there.
Yeah, I'm just there. Like, nothing.
Yeah. That's dope.
Are you sure you want to do this? And he's like, yeah, man, why not? Like, all right, okay. Frank, man, that's it. That's it, bro.
Yeah. That's dope, man. It's sometimes it's nice to be like that, just to have that outside view of things, to not really be in the mix of things or not have any emotional involvement with anything that's going on. I think that, like, that's what keeps everything so pure and the feeling so pure, because it doesn't have that much of a meaning to you. It's just more of like just an experience, you know. Because on the other side of things, like when I first started getting into the Honda stuff, it was really exciting. Before I kind of knew everything that was going on in the community, before I knew the people, before I was part of it, politics and things like that, it was just it was a lot less pressure, you know? And I remember those nights just going to the meets and going out racing and just not having anything else happen outside of that. You just go, you do the thing. Okay, now we're going to go do something else. We're going to go out partying or something. We're going to go do whatever. And it was just a part of the night, you know? Yeah, so that was dope. So when you, when he came back 3 years ago and you started getting into the community, what was your thoughts of what the Honda community was?
Coming back, what did I think it was about?
Was it different than the years before?
Hell yeah. I went from a lot of people knowing and respecting and appreciating who he was and what he did. Like, oh, this is Aki from street racing. He came back. Oh, now he's in the automotive field. Oh, he said he's gonna bring it back flavor. I went from that to just a whole bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
Like bullshit. Like niggas saying this on site and just people talking negative. It was just stupid shit.
Yeah.
This is what I was telling him, like, for what? For what?
Yeah.
For that? And when it all panned out, obviously a year went past. Now we seeing like, all right, you niggas are just talking. And he started bringing more people in, and it was. I said, yo, you did it, man. I told him. I swear to God, I told him one-on-one conversation, yo, you did that. No, you did good. You did good, for real.
Yeah, it takes people like that to just mix it up and, you know, turn things around and see what's gonna happen. You know, because if you just stay and nobody comes up with any different ideas or things just keep going how they go, who knows what even would have happened to that class? Mm-hmm. It could have very well just disappeared if nobody was even participating in it. Especially with
but how come, Frank, people don't want to give him that? It's went from 4 to whatever it is now. How come people don't want to give him that? Honestly, I'm asking you.
Me, I don't know. I can't speak on why they're not. It could be the way that they perceive things. You know, what I've come to find out is the way that I look at things and the way that I perceive things it's on the minority, you know, and that's kind of a reason that I really don't relate to many people, that I don't have many friends, people that I have around in my circle, because, you know, if you'll be, say you're somewhere with a bunch of guys, you know, something happens, and then one dude perceives it one way, the situation, whatever it was, but in your head, like, that's not how I saw it. But then just imagine most people are saying, yeah, that's what I saw. That's what I saw too. And then it just makes you feel like you're the outcast. So you can either try to battle all these people and say, no, it's this way, look at it this way, or you could just let them be themselves, and they're going to end up however they end up. And it just takes a lot of energy, man. It takes a lot of energy to try to sway people's mind and their mentality into the way they think about things. It's
yeah, I don't like doing that either.
Yeah.
I don't like swaying people into thinking, believing. You believe what you want. Period. I'm gonna be all right for sure.
Yeah, and
I don't like doing that.
And that's kind of the conclusion that I came to, you know. And it's just in growth, man. You learn that over time. And while you grow, you learn how to look at circumstances and situations in a different light. Maybe after you get more mature, maybe after you have more information. And I really think that that's kind of the big thing, is that people, they don't have all the information. And even if they do have all the information, maybe they don't have the software to decipher that information to see what it really is. And that kind of leads us into the situation that we're at today. While we're doing this, well, I mean, we couldn't do this in person anyways because you're across the country, but I've been Skyping with all my guests for the last few weeks now.
Mm-hmm.
Me thinking about things and seeing how things are, and, you know, doing my diligence, my research. It seems like something else is going on, you know, but like I said, I'm the minority. So the majority of the people, they're just, you know, following what has been told to them. And that can either be what the situation we're in, or that can be about Aki or the gunner movement or anything like that, you know?
Listen, people are... See, it's hard for me to talk because I'm going to talk from a point of, that's my blood.
Yeah.
That's my brother.
Yeah.
So it's going to be different for a lot of people, which is fine with me. You know what I mean? Because if Frank has a best friend, whether it's right or wrong, in your eyes, he's right.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes, what we talk about is none of your business.
Yeah.
But right here, while it's going on, and y'all can see, he's right.
Yeah.
Later on, I tell him, like, yo, maybe you should have, or you could have. That's different. What I don't like about this is that people don't understand loyalty.
Yeah.
People don't understand about being solid. And certain people don't understand about minding your fucking business.
Yeah.
I don't like that shit. And the one thing I told him, the one thing I hate that he does, I fucking hate it with a passion, is call everybody his brother. I hate that shit. Because time and time again, he gets the shitty end of the stick. I hate that shit.
Yeah. Well, you mentioned about, you know, having morals and values and just minding your own business. Where did you learn all those qualities at?
From my block. From growing up in my hood. That's it.
Yeah. And because if you didn't, there were circumstances, right?
Yeah. Nobody wants to be labeled a rat, bro. Nobody.
Yeah. You know,
nobody.
Now, I look at things the same way that you look at it. You know, maybe you have it a little more intense because you've seen more firsthand than maybe I did. But when you find out that a majority of people don't have those same values and ideas, and then you realize that they're not from where you're from, they didn't have to go through the things that you did, it's kind of hard to hold them to that kind of standards. You know, it was...
point.
It was something that I was talking about on one of the last podcasts that we did with Dre from Who Shot Ya. And
great dude too. Shout out Dre.
Great dude, yeah. And it was something like, you know, this is the situation. This is what it is. This is how the majority of the community perceives things. I can't do anything about that. Well, I can, you know, I can fight it and fight it and fight it and put the point out there and fight it, or I can just reevaluate to see is this somewhere that I really want to be spending my time? You know, I have time, and time is valuable. Is this somewhere where I want to spend my time, where these people don't have the same values that I have? They don't appreciate people's loyalty like I do. Is this somewhere where I want to be putting my my time into? And that's something that for the last couple of years that I've been thinking about. And you know, I'm putting my time in where it's appreciated and where I feel like that it makes the most impact. And that's why I kind of had to step away from, you know, whatever's going on in the race community, because that was something that I saw that the majority of the people, not saying everybody, because there is some cool people inside of that community, but the majority of the people seen where their values lied at, and the things that they let slide and the things that they condemned. It was a lot different than how I felt about things. So rather than try to change everybody's idea where I'm the right one and thousands of you guys are wrong, when in the real life that could be true, but I'm not up for that battle. You know, I got a family, I got a business to run, I got a life to live. I'm not trying to change everybody else's perspective. For what? Because the way that they think about things isn't going to hurt me. It's only going to stunt their growth, you know?
No, I get it. 100%. 100%.
Yeah. And that's...
Well, Frank, what you think about the racing scene right now, Frank? So let me ask you. Let me be specific.
Yeah.
What does Frank Downstar think about the all motor scene right now?
The all motor scene. Well, for me to actually even touch on all of it, I'm going to have to preface this with, I'm not the biggest of racing fans where I know who's going the fastest, what's the fastest, what motor, what's the setup, who's from where, anything like that. I'm very ignorant to all that stuff. I'm going to say that off the bat, you know.
That's being honest. I got no problem with that.
As far as how I perceive it from, you know, like a car show guy, if that's what some people would classify me as to just an outsider looking in on the community, I feel like there's too many egos, and the too many egos are stopping the growth of the overall sport from growing, because there shouldn't be a reason that Formula Drift is on ESPN or what have you. It has Monster, Rockstar, all these huge sponsors.
Mm-hmm.
And the race community, the Honda community, which is, there's a lot to offer. And now dabbling into the all motor, turbos, 7 seconds, like, why isn't this on the limelight? And to be honest, from the outside looking in, what it is the people representing themselves are not doing it in a professional way, which would lead to bigger sponsors, bigger events, more coverage, and the Honda community or the sport compact community being looked at as something that it was looked at in the past. That's the way that I look at it.
Yeah, well, I get you, but it's too much politics from my point of view. Somebody that's not in it.
Yeah.
And I'm supporting my man just because this is what he likes to do. And this is what he wants to do.
Yeah.
It's too much politics, bro. This one spent more money on this. This one paid for this. This one sponsored this. No. That's not how it go, bro.
Yeah.
That's not how it go.
Yeah.
That's not how it go.
And I think a lot of it, too, it has a lot to do with social media. You know, these guys understand the formula. if you put someone on blast or something, you get like 2 to 3 days. Your page is gonna be lit. People are gonna be interested in what you're gonna say. They're gonna be going onto your lives or what have you, and they understand it, and that gives you a feeling of importance. And when you have that feeling of importance that maybe you wouldn't have on a regular day, that maybe people aren't checking for you on a regular day, unless it's at a race event or something like that. Like that feeling's intoxicating, you know? So when you see somebody going through, not even Aki's situation, I'll just say my personal situations that I've had. When you see me involved in something, I try my best to step away, to not put anything out there for people to feed on, because I know that's just going to keep adding fuel to the fire. You know, I'm not.
There's nothing wrong with that, bro. There's nothing wrong with that. But at some point, when you keep poking a nigga, you know the reaction that's going to come behind it, right?
And I've been there too. And I've seen that those pokes weren't real pokes. So it's just like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, be careful. You gotta be careful who you poking.
What are we doing here? This isn't even fun. This isn't even productive. This is as close to like the makeup community drama, because my wife follows the makeup community, and all the time I'll see a YouTube video pop up of this person beefing with this person makeup sucks, this person has a scandal.
You're gonna get that in every industry you go in. I don't care where you go, you're gonna get that everywhere.
Yeah, but you don't have to step into that stuff. There's other makeup companies, like the brand owners and things like that, the ones who actually own like Sephora or what have you. Like, they're corporate. They're doing business. Everybody else is in the mud, playing in the mud. And that's somewhere where I never wanted to be at. You know, back in the day, yeah, that was different. Because like I was saying, when you get that intoxicating feeling, all these people on your page wanting to know what you're going to say. But then once you realize that they're just looking at you as like love and hip hop of the Honda community, that's something that I had to step away from.
That's funny you say that. Right? All right. So when I'm gonna take me first.
Yeah.
When I'm on my live, I'm usually 16 to 20 people. That's it. I'm a nobody, like I said to you, Frank. I don't expect nothing crazy.
Yeah.
When I start telling stories about back in the day and this and that, I notice that it jumps up to 30 to 40 people.
Yeah.
So obviously these niggas in there sending shit and doing whatever they got to do.
Yeah.
I don't care. But I also notice when the drama starts, or when another individual, when another gentleman posts something, and it's about my man, and he has to respond, his normal viewing of 110, 120 people, with the minute he goes live, is 300 people. What are we doing here, bro?
Yeah.
What era are we in right now? What are we doing here? I never, ever seen people that live and strive for the drama, bro.
Yeah.
And want to comment and give their 2 cents. I swear to God, that shit blows my mind every time. It blows my mind. That's like being blocked on Frank's page and let me go make another page to go tell Frank to kiss my ass again.
Yeah.
That's insane, bro. That's insane.
Yeah.
The internet should have a black eye button, my opinion. Don't hold me. Love you. Need you.
It's different, man. You know, we're all trying to figure out this technology that we have, this new way of living. And look, Vic, we all have insecurities, you know. And if you're a person with insecurities, you understand what those triggers are and you understand what it looks like, no matter if somebody's covering it up or not. Because insecurities, they come out in different forms sometimes. So that's mostly what I see. A lot of the stuff that I see is a lot of insecurities. Why is this guy doing good? I'm not doing good. Why is this guy going fast? I'm not going fast. Why are people following him? Nobody's following me. You know, and like I was saying in that last podcast, the reason that Guncast is working is because it's entertaining. So if you want people,
thank you, by the way.
Yeah, of course. If you want people to like you, if you want people to tune in, if you want people to support you, you have to have something to offer. That's basically what it is. What do you, just because your car goes this amount of horsepower or how fast it goes or whatever, like, that's dope. There's nothing that I'm downplaying about any of that. But if you want to turn that into something else, if you want to be an influencer or a mover and shaker of the community, you kind of got to put a little more work into it to get that kind of respect.
Sometimes you got to shake the community up to wake them up, to let you know I'm here.
Yeah.
No, sometimes you got to do that.
Yeah, I feel you. And you know, the way that Aki has come back and the things that he's done,
shook him up.
It shook him up. It worked, but it's a tactic that not everybody can do. You know, because I'm sure that he goes in every day and there's, you know, a lot of the stuff I want to talk to him on when we get him in. But I'm just paralleling the way that I would feel from the outside looking in, the situations that he has going on. If every single now it seems like a lot is more positive. You know, I don't follow any of like.
He's still being blackballed.
Got you. Okay. Well, just to have to go through that stuff all the time, whether it's once a week, once a month, or always having to block people and people saying things about you, that's something that I never wanted to deal with. I wanted to find a different way to make this happen, you know, because it's just me. I know me personally, and it's hard for me to just take that and just whatever, you know. I take that shit personally. If you say something, if we're talking right now and you tell me something personally right now, you still told it to me, no matter that we're on Skype. So if you say something online and then I see you in person and you're like, oh, that was just online, it's like, no, that's just a different way.
That happens.
It does. It definitely does. And when that happens, then you realize that you're not playing the same game. You're not in the same game. So it's just, okay, I gotta step away a little bit, or I'd
rather him tell you that, man. A lot of passes have been given, man.
Yeah.
Because it's just online.
No, definitely, dude. And that's something that I had to check with myself. You know, when I asked you, why do you have those certain values? Why do you feel that way? And you said it's because of your hood, how you were brought up. Then I had to think, you know, the way that I brought up the values that I had were because of my past. So logically speaking, if a majority of people never went through those kind of things or even had those type of values, they're not going to think about the things that 100%. I think about it. Yeah. So it's just,
I agree.
Yeah.
I don't expect, this is what I'm saying. A lot of the people that we bring in close to us that we think is on the same page as us,
yeah,
aren't, because they wasn't brought up the same way we was. So when they do flagrant shit, my first thing is, nah, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
And that's it. As far as I go, I'm like, I'm not surprised. That's it.
Yeah. So, I mean, then it could be that. But then also, a lot of this stuff can be taken care of with a conversation if people were able to just explain things like the way that they look at them, where they're from, and the way the other people look at them.
Now, is this before or after social media, that conversation you're talking about? Because a lot of niggas want to make the social media first and then come and talk to you after.
I mean, either way, I don't say...
Nah, that's not all right.
It
don't work like that. Right?
No, I feel you, but I don't see... If something happens on social media and then we're able to have a conversation after... I mean, just because it goes to social media doesn't mean that it's end-all, be-all from there. But when I talk to somebody, I'm able to see inside of their eyes to be able to read their body language to see if they're being genuine or not. And if they're not genuine, then that's on them. I'm being genuine. I'm telling you how I felt about this situation, how I didn't like when so-and-so did this or what have you, how I took it as disrespect because this is how I think of respect. And if that person agrees or sees where I'm coming from and we hash it out from there, I'm still willing to be like, all right, cool. You know, we're not going to be friends, but you stay over there, I stay over here. But then when that person goes back on what they said and they keep on the fuck shit, it's just like, well, now we're not even on the same level. There's not even a point on even having a conversation anymore because you're just like goofy. So you don't exist anymore. You can say whatever you want. You don't even exist.
I learned that. They hate you when you ignore them. Oh shit! When you leave them on scene, they don't like that shit. They don't like that shit.
Yeah. So I mean, maybe it could just take.
So let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
Let me ask you this, Frank. I got an issue with Frank.
Yeah.
Frank has a big following. I got my little following, but people fuck with him. They fuck with him. I go and blast Frank on my page before I call Frank. Remind you, I said I mess with you.
Got you.
I go on my page and say, this is how I feel, and blah, 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 this is how I feel about Frank. You don't know what's going on. You sleep. You wake up to Frank is, yo, you a piece of shit. What is your reaction? This is online, by the way.
FaceTime him?
And I know you. I have your number.
FaceTime him?
You calling him, right?
Yeah.
Like, yo, what you doing, bro?
Yeah.
What the fuck is good with you? Okay. A lot of the times, people don't do that.
Yeah. They
go straight back to the internet with it.
Yeah.
And then it just blows out of proportion. And then when the phone call come, it's nah, I ain't say that, bro. What I said was, oh, really? For real? Yeah, nigga, look at this. This is what I said. Oh, all right, cool. Now everything's deleted. Yeah. What I'm saying is it didn't have to get there.
Yeah.
You had a problem with me? Why you ain't call me and tell me that this is how you felt, bro? And we could have addressed that right then and there. Why you going to social media first and then I got to hear about it on the wake up?
Because it's hard. That's why.
It's not hard, bro.
Yeah, I mean, for some people, it's hard. You know, when, like I said, when feelings get involved, somebody's feeling was hurt. So are you going to call the person, which you should, or are you just going to go online and try to get your community to agree with you? And maybe you're not even in the right at all, you know? It's just a lot
Frank,
of it.
You don't think I never had a problem with Aquaful? You don't think we ever had arguments or
Yeah.
disagreements?
I'm sure you
have.
have.
You've never seen a fucking post about it. You would never know about it.
Yeah.
I'd call him, or I would go to see him, or
Yeah.
he would call me and come and see me. Like, yo, nah, what you... And that's it. That's as far as it goes. Nah, you're right. I should have. No, I got you. And that's it,
Yeah.
bro.
I mean, if everybody thought like that, things would be a lot better, for sure. I'm not going to say it wouldn't be. It would be a lot easier. And a lot of the issues that I've gone through, they would have hashed out way better if people didn't take to just going on social media rather than just to give me a call. You've been with me when Ak and I've had, or you were with Ak when he and I were FaceTiming and we were having an issue. And you were there.
Yeah, I kind of didn't like you.
Yeah. You know,
he didn't tell you. He didn't tell you. I was on you, man. I was on you. He didn't tell you.
And
I was on you.
And it took that time for us to be saying what we had to say, for us to get where each other was coming from, and then squash it. And then it was just, that was within a couple hours, you know?
Yeah.
But if
that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
If I was able to have that conversation with so many other people, dude, it would be Gucci. But it's just...
The gentleman that did that bullshit, though.
That's... About...
The one that hacked the page, I'm talking about.
Oh, I don't. Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, it's all good.
It's you know what, Vic? It's crazy, bro. Cause it is. It's all good, dog.
No,
like if you think about it, dude. I was thinking about this the other day, right? This is what I've always wanted to do: to talk to people, to get to know them, to hear their story. And just to communicate, because we don't do that anymore. Even with my closest friends and family, we don't sit down and talk for hours. This is something that I've always strived for, was like human connection. So that's where Huffy Talk even came from. I was doing lives, and then the lives turned into, let's turn it into an Instagram page, and then that ended up turning into, well, let me have this guy come on, and then you involve so many other moving pieces, and of course things went bad, but that turned into Downtime with Downstar. So it's kind of just like the evolution. You just got to let things play out how they are, and you got to have good intentions, and good stuff's going to happen. Bro.
It was dope. Downtime with Downstar and fucking Huffy Talk. It was dope. It was just, when the foo shit started happening, he was just looking at you like, who you working for, man? What the fuck is going on, man?
Yeah. Yeah, it was crazy, man. When all that shit happened, it wasn't a good time, because then the veil starts getting lifted. You start seeing people that were friends saying things on other people's pages, laughing at you. When in my heart, I'm looking you straight in the eyes, bro. Everything that I was doing with that, it was with good intentions. No,
I believe you. I see. I heard what happened. I believe.
It's
100%.
It was with good intentions, and for it to go in such a negative way, it still bums me out sometimes, because that could have been something else. That could have been something that blew up, and people have the chance to talk to their favorite racer, favorite CEO of company, or shit, maybe even musician, rapper, something like that.
Who knows where that could have went.
Now that turned into this. So now I'm going to have the conversation, and you guys are going to listen, but you can't be part of it. You can't be part of the conversation.
100%.
You can't have this one-on-one because of the immaturity that happened. And that's just it. It's just if this immaturity, if people's mentalities of themselves were a little higher, then we wouldn't be in this position. Things would be a lot better. And that's one thing that I feel also is a lot of these racers, they don't understand their true value and their true place in this world. If you can take...
Nah, they just like the fame, bro. They just like to have a nigga saying, you ain't never seen him?
But that's
all
it.
They want. That's all they want.
But they could have so much more than that.
I'm telling you, I've been around some of these gentlemen.
Yeah.
That's all they want, is for you to know that I'm the nigga that could drive such and such.
Gotcha.
I'm telling you, that's all they want. They don't want to be like, you know what? Let me try to help these motherfuckers come up. Yo, you got a single cam on there with an LS tranny. Yo, these niggas is putting singles to B. They going D to B.
Yeah.
Nah, get rid of that. Let me help you come up. Yo, here's this. Yo, I ain't got none of this. Here, take that. They don't want to do that. They want you to tell them, like, yo, I remember you in this video driving such and such car, and it sounded good. That's all they want. That's all they fucking want.
Which, it's a shame, dude. It's a shame, because if I can be in this position from selling fucking bolts, bro, I've never made a Honda go 8s. If you can make a Honda go 8s, you have a lot of knowledge inside of you and a lot of dedication to have more worth than just being the guy who has an 8-second car.
I'll tell you this. Since you say 8s, I'll tell you this, right? Fucking Frank got to be the one to bring it out of me. Jamie Marsh.
Yeah.
I never knew this guy from a can of paint. The first day he came to the shop, I listened to him talk. It was him, Ock, and another gentleman. I listened to him talk. This is when, 2 years ago? Yeah, 2 years ago, right? And then I go, who are you?
Yeah.
What you do? What caused you to him? I didn't know him. I'm being genuine. I didn't know him. I'm like, all right, cool. I did the same with Trap. I did the same with everybody else I met. I don't really like new people. I want to know what you are, what you want, and what you're doing. So when Jamie come around, I was skeptical.
Yeah.
Who is he? For what? What is he doing? Why? I'm telling me like, nah, he's cool, he's chilling, he's gonna help me with the old motor thing, we're gonna build a rapport together. This dude is nice. Yo, you sure? Yeah. All right, cool. Fuck it. I'm still gonna do what I gotta do. If I don't vibe with somebody, or if I don't know somebody, I'm still gonna watch you. That's regardless. I don't care who you are.
Mm-hmm.
So I did. Where Jamie broke the cycle is when he went to the first event that Ak had in ACO when the class wasn't big yet and he won. And Jamie was there until the fucking end. I mean, tuning, logging, adjustments, pressures, lining, do this, shift here. I mean, everything. That's what showed me, like, nah, this nigga actually cares about this car and what my man wants to go with it and what he wants to do with it.
Yeah.
That's what changed my perspective and made me obviously realize that, nah, son is real. He's legit. I can dig it.
Yeah.
And I respect that.
Yeah. It's, sometimes it's a shame, bro. You know, I wish that people would really see the value that they have and that they can bring, and that they don't have to do these kind of things where they drag somebody else just to make themselves feel better. You know, it's, if there's somewhere where you want to go, if there's somewhere where you want to be, if you want to sell merch, if you want to have your show on YouTube, if you want to have people following you, I mean, you got to put in the work, and that's it. You know, and I think that if a lot of these guys put their attention in other areas, that they could be successful as well.
Nah, these niggas make memes and bash posts, you heard?
Yeah. And it's just
looking like bozos.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, we're all in the same, well, I mean, we're in the same community. So
my thing is what's the point of doing all of this if we're all going to see each other anyway and nothing's going to happen?
Yeah.
Why are we doing that? That's my point. Stop bashing me. Stop posting me. Stop talking about my family. Stop talking about my car. Stop talking about my clothing line. Stop talking about everything.
Yeah.
When I see you, the head straight, and you're not going to do nothing. What are we doing? Why can't we both, or all of us, elevate the class? I mean,
yeah.
What are we doing here? If it was a real problem, then let's have the real problem.
Yeah.
It could be solved with a conversation. Sometimes you got to break the skin for people to understand where you're coming from. Sometimes. But it doesn't always have to be that. You know what I mean? So if we really don't have that problem to where it comes to that, why can't we all just sit down, put all these colossal fucking penises in one room, no pause. Don't tell me how to talk. And we just talk about things, and then we separate, and that's it.
I love it. I love that.
I don't get it, bro.
If there's shit, even if we're even gonna have another event this year, but
no, it's over. It's over this year.
We're gonna get into that. We get all this stuff out of the way because I want to get into the real shit.
The Javier is over for this year. It's over.
I really, really hope not, dude. But just think about it, right? Okay, so who's gonna make that happen? With all of these things, these big ideas, somebody has to make that happen. Somebody has to facilitate it all, and someone has to put themselves out there. Because you understand, the biggest thing that is going on is everybody has an ego. Who's going to drop their ego?
Who's the biggest name in racing that you would consider?
It doesn't even have to be a big name. It just has to be somebody who has relationships with everybody, that is respected on some sort of level.
They already tried that. The actual person that has a problem has to do it. They already tried that.
Yeah.
Yeah, conversations was had, and then 2 weeks later or a day later, it was back to the bullshit. Yeah, it's not going to work.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't want to look at...
I'm talking about face-to-face conversations. Like, I want you here with me, and let's talk about it.
Yeah, that would be perfect at an event. At a Saturday night at an event or something. You know, hey...
If I'm not mistaken, we at H-Day, who was we next to? You know who.
Yeah.
I really, really genuinely don't know. We was next to them, not a peep.
Yeah.
We didn't have a problem, not a conflict, not a bump into, nothing.
Yeah.
What the fuck are we beefing about? Know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not an argument, not a dispute, nothing. What is the problem? Where are we going wrong here? I mean?
Yeah. I think a lot of it is just a simple conversation.
Sometimes. As far as right now, I can't speak on. I don't live in that man's shoes. I can't speak on.
Yeah.
If it's go time, it's go time. That's it. But as far as that man's shoes, I don't live in them, so I can't speak on that.
Yeah. And to be perfectly honest, all of the stuff that I'm even referring to has been over a year ago. So I'm kind of even talking in the past. I don't even know what the fuck is going on.
What are we talking about now, man? Hold on, man. I wasted a year and a half of my life. What we doing here?
Some of the shit that I've seen recently, it's just, I'll see it, chuckle, keep on going, bro. It doesn't even register to me anymore. It's like, come on, guys, we can't keep doing the same thing that we've been doing for the last year and a half. Like, I don't know what the hell's going on.
Too, right?
Yeah.
A lot of it's cloud chasing. We ain't blind to it either.
Yeah. And I mean, I can definitely relate, dude, because when I came into the community, when I started doing what I'm doing, selling the bolts, selling something that wasn't respected, it wasn't even a business. People would make fun of our stuff all the time. And it was a battle that I had to go through.
I seen the dude post on your page maybe last week.
Mm-hmm.
You had posted a video and he said, something like what Frank Downstar is doing, which was on your video, something like what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't comment on it, obviously, because I want to see it. I didn't want to see nothing. It's your page, your content, you handle it.
Yeah.
And it was basically about like you were supposed to put bolts out and you weren't supposed to make a profit.
Huh.
Like that was the goddamn. I forgot what video you put out. Like you put a video out and the dude made say if the bolts cost him $5 to make, he charged $8.
Got you
for the bolt. Nigga, I ain't do this for free.
Yeah.
The fuck you think this going on? And so he basically say like, something like what you're doing anyway, LOL, like with the laughing emoji.
Oh, I did see that.
Like, what's so funny about that? What's this man supposed to do all this hard time and labor and research for free?
Yeah, at that point when I did see that, and I forgot what we were referring to, but it was like, if you can't understand what you're saying, you don't even have the software to understand my explanation, then I'm gonna tell you. So
said the software. No, I like how you did that. Go ahead.
You're on 98. You're on Windows 98, bro. If you're saying to me, why did you buy that for $4 and sell it for $8? Why don't you just sell it for $5?
For $5. Okay.
All right, bro. Yeah, you're probably right. Go ahead. Handle your business and let me know. I've been in this 10 plus years, bro. I kind of know what I'm doing. I know what I have to do. And I know the amount that I have to make to keep sustaining things. But
because when you pay for my gas, you pay for my research, you pay for time, and you pay for search and development. You pay for all of that.
Why is a concert from Drake $300 or what have you for the nosebleeds, but you can see Griselda for $20? Why is it? Well, it's because
shout out Griselda.
Hell yeah, big shout out to Griselda, because there's so much equity in the brand of Drake. There's so much moving parts behind all of that. So maybe percentage-wise, I'm not saying the amount-wise, but maybe percentage-wise, Drake and Griselda are getting the same amount, or maybe even Griselda is getting more percentage out of it because they have less moving parts. So it's the bigger your business gets, the more moving parts you have, and you can't be selling parts that you get for $4 for $5 like you were able to back in the day when that extra dollar was, hell yeah, this is a lot of profit to me now. Now this extra dollar, I have to pay for the lights, pay for my employees, pay for the product. Plus,
get that.
My time that I'm spending away from my family, I'm determining what that's worth. And that is a reflection of the price and the product and everything. So if you don't understand why it costs that much, this is Windows XP at the least, and you're still on 98. So it's we're not thinking about things the same way. So, and the old me would have handled that situation totally differently. But
you Mexican, so you gotta chill, chale home.
Just fall back. Let him get his comment off. It's all good, bro. Don't worry about it, dude. Because it's not for their understanding. And I think a lot of things that happen in our community And you know what? I really don't want to disconnect myself from the race community and kind of not help them out in any way, because I love the race community, dude. I love everybody that's in it, everybody that puts their heart and soul into it and goes out racing and does what they do and spends time away from their family whenever they're building the cars, saves the money and builds it, you know. But at the end of the day, maybe there's some misunderstandings that happen. There's misunderstandings that happen all the time. And if you don't fix that misunderstanding, then that misunderstanding becomes a fact now, because it just never got talked about. So, I mean, 2020, I don't know if anything's going to happen. Maybe this is the year for everybody to just understand what's actually important in life, and none of that shit's.
Look what 2020 did to my head, man. Look at 2020. You got to be looking. They got to be looking crazy out here.
I got the low pro cut today.
You got a haircut. You got a haircut.
Don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody.
That's dangerous in 2020 to have a haircut walking outside, man.
But maybe, dude, maybe what we're going on in 2020 is going to give people perspective. Like, yo, maybe that shit doesn't really, maybe I don't need to put my attention over there. Maybe that's not really that important to pick on these people that aren't even fucking with me, you know? Yeah, maybe.
It don't make no sense, bro. Leave it alone.
Yeah, it doesn't, dude.
You can't beef and get money. I've always noticed that. You can't beef and get money. So.
And a lot of these guys can get money. If you guys have people to be able to repost your stuff and, you know, to be on your side, dude, figure it out. You know, figure out a way to make money or build your show or what have you. If you don't like Guncast, dude, go build your podcast.
Yeah,
I'm asking you guys right now, because if more people in our community have podcasts, then the audience is going to grow, and then the audience is going to be checking like, oh, who else has a podcast in the community? And then they're going to find my podcast, they're going to find your podcast, and whoever else. So I'm just hoping people put a little more work into it, and instead of taking kind of the easy route of just blaming somebody else for the reasons why they're not doing well, you know?
Yeah, I got you.
So before we get off of that subject, man, I really don't like to dig that much into negative stuff. Is there anything that you would recommend that people would do if they have any conflict with somebody that would help out the situation move a lot faster?
Either address it or stay away from them. Yeah, pretty much. Either you know, if you could be two gentlemen to go link up and say, you know, this is my issue with such and such, and you know, this is what it is, and y'all can talk about it, then obviously I'm all for that. Yeah. If y'all talk about it in person and disagree, you could get a squabble. Yeah. That's what y'all say in California. I got that from y'all, squabble. Yeah. But if not, you know what I mean? Hey, I don't agree with you, nigga. It's cool you reached out, but I'm good on you. Yeah. That's it. It's over after that. You go your way, I go my way. It's over.
It's crazy. I had this guy that I knew, and he had recently got out of jail, and I was talking to him, and he's like, he was really new to social media, and he's like, yeah, it's so weird that these people, they say all this stuff online, but when they see the person, there's nothing. He's like, dude, I've been in the same cell of somebody that I hated, and I had the respect for them to, look, don't come by me. I'm not going to come by you. You stay over there. I stay here. And it's all good. And, you know, if everybody lived by those principles, because not everybody's going to like you. Not everybody's going to like me. And that's understandable. Mm-hmm. If you don't like me, that's cool, man. You know, hopefully one day our paths will align. But if not, it's all good. As a human, I have respect for you. And I'm not going to say anything about you. Just live your day and keep doing what you're doing. Our paths never have to cross, because our paths would have never, ever crossed if I wasn't into Hondas or if you weren't into Hondas. How the fuck am I going to know you? You live on the different part of the country. So if we could have that respect, like anytime my name comes up, no, I don't know. No, I don't know. Just leave it at that. And I'll do the same. I don't know. But
I got you.
We'll see, man. So let's get into this 2020, bro. I I know that you think on a different level than most people, and our thoughts are very similar. Some of the times I see some of your ideas pop up on Guncast, but let's talk about what 2020 looked like for you, and when did you start noticing that things were changing? Okay, everybody, we're gonna take a quick break for our sponsors, and we'll be back in 1 minute. We all know that there's tons of places you can buy your car parts at, but when you really need help, who's in your corner? When you need parts for your Honda, you need to visit HeelToeAuto.com. Since 2002, Heel-Toe has built a reputation for service and support. Let me repeat that, guys. Since 2002. It's 2020 right now. That's a long time of experience, man. These social media slingers and copycat web stores can't match Heel-Toe's professionalism. Heel-Toe even offers a complete OEM store for all your genuine parts needs. Whether it's for show, race, or just a badass daily, remember that HeelToeAuto.com is in your corner. And guys, if you're on Instagram, make sure you check them out at Heel-Toe Automotive. Please go to their page right now, add them, and comment that you heard them on Downtime with Downstar podcast. Next up is Downstar. Downstar is the premium leader in dress-up hardware and engine bay accessories. We have all the nuts and bolts for all your screwing and nutting needs. From engine kits, transmission kits, mount kits, clutch lines, brake kits, t-shirts, skateboards, hats, lighters. Damn, we got it all. We actually have too much, guys. So if you can, please come over and buy some stuff at downstaring.com or check us out at Instagram at Downstar. Make sure you give us a follow. Now back to the show.
2020 hit the fan faster. Hit the fan faster than anything. 2020 came in with a bang, man. She came in and said, like, I'm here.
Yeah.
And this is what it is. What y'all doing?
When did you start noticing that things were going wrong?
March.
I
think our last Guncast, the one before, damn. Guncast 46? 45th?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
We're at 46 now. So Guncast 44.
Okay.
So, and I remember I asked on 44, oh, let me know when I downplayed. And they told me 43, 44 is when I was downplaying it.
Yeah.
The virus and shit. And I went back and listened. He was right. I did. I told him that. I said, no, he was right. I did.
Yeah.
And after this whole pandemic and shit happened, yeah, 2020 has been like, holy shit, you've been a motherfucker.
It's crazy, dude. So what are things like out your way?
It's cuckoo out here. People can't stay home. I'll tell you that right now. Are a lot of people home? Absolutely, 100%. But can they stay home all day? No, they're not staying home all day.
You're still seeing people out?
Yeah. I'm also an essential worker, so I'll be out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I work for the government.
So what do you do?
DPW, sanitation, whatever.
Shit.
So I have to go out to work.
So they
got us on a schedule on and off.
So when you were downplaying it, what was your idea of everything that was going on?
That it wasn't a pandemic. Like, I didn't think that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think that. But I also did state that, okay, this is a virus. It's been who released it? I mean, I made that clear.
Yeah.
Who released it? Where'd it come from? And what are we on, April now?
Yeah.
Frank, who released it, Frank?
I don't know. Am
I wrong? Has it been released?
Yeah, I think so.
It's been released, man. It's too much coming out that shows that it's been released.
Yeah.
I'm not bugging.
You know, I was a little earlier on everything. I always go on Reddit. I'll go on the conspiracy threads. And then I started seeing the videos popping up of what was going down in China. And this was like, bro, this was like early, mid-January. Started seeing
November is when it started.
Yeah. So I started seeing these videos around mid-January, right? And I'm just like, damn, this is crazy. They're going through all kinds of shit. And it was like one of those things where you tell somebody like, hey, you seen that going on? And like, nah, I ain't seen that. Nah, hey, you don't see what's going on in China? No, I didn't see that. Yeah. I'm like, you guys don't see that millions of people can't leave their house? They're on lockdown. And then here, didn't even register on anybody's mind, bro. And you know how it is. If something's happening in another country, it's easy to disconnect because you don't have family there. You're not part of that country. You don't even watch the news. It's not in your algorithm. So you're just like, whatever. It doesn't matter. But I always do that kind of like late night searching and just digging and see what I could find, man. And I saw stuff getting ugly fast over there. And it was just a matter. I knew it was just a matter of time before things were going to start to come this way. And it
was a cover up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was covering it up. They didn't want it to get out. I don't know if either it was released or an experiment or whatever. But I know it was man-made is my point.
Yeah. Well,
and that's what we got here.
I think a lot of stuff is going to come out in the future about this time. We're literally living in the middle of probably one of the biggest conspiracies ever.
Definitely.
And
definitely.
There's so many ways that this can go. You know, is this biological warfare? Is this our entry into World War III?
This is what I think. I think we're at biological warfare right now.
Yeah.
My personal opinion, that's what I think. I think we're at war. I think Trump and China didn't like the trade agreement. And my opinion, literally, I'm going to show you how much you motherfuckers need me than I need you.
Yeah.
Everything comes from China. We had no masks. We had no respirators. We had nothing.
Yeah. Fucking nuts.
New York, America, got like this. And I seen videos of people in China wiping their feet with the mask and folding them up and putting them in boxes on their way over here. Like I literally seen the video of that, man. It really broke my heart, man, to see that. Like how these are humans treating other humans like that, man.
Wow, that's scary, dude.
Like, he was wiping his shoe and then putting a mask in piles for them to be shipped over here.
Fuck.
Yeah, that was fucked up, man.
I don't know what's going on, man. I can't lean any way. I can't say for sure it's 5G, it's war, it's biological warfare. It was sent by China. But there is a lot of stuff going on right now. And for me just to sit back and think, oh, it's a pandemic. We need to stay home. This is going to help out. Yeah, but that's not the full story.
Yeah, 100%.
Not at all. Tell me. I'm an adult. Tell me what the fuck is going on. And then,
why would they tell you that everybody got to take mandatory vaccines? Why would I tell you that?
Yeah.
Why would I tell you that that's my plan? It's for everybody to have a mandatory vaccine and take that little RFID chip.
Because you're going to have to tell me the whole plan. And I'm not going to like that whole plan.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, then it could be that too. The Bill Gates thing. We're going to put the chip inside of you. And then they're going to move to the digital currency. Like, what is going on?
Gates has been preaching depopulation for at least as long as I've known who Bill Gates was.
Yeah.
He's been preaching depopulation, bro. Now all of a sudden he's doing 5-6 interviews. Oh, no, I got the vaccine. Yeah, I got it. But everybody got to get vaccines.
Fuck.
Everybody got to get it.
Are you going to get it?
People. Hell no. Hell no. Let me die and catch the Rona. And I'm not getting shit.
I'm not getting nothing. I don't know what they're going to do. The only thing that they can do is to stop you from accessing other liberties because you don't have the chip. Yeah, oh, you don't have the chip?
Same page as me.
Sorry, you can't come into the DMV. Oh, you don't have the chip?
You can't go back to work.
You can't go back to school? Kids can't go back to school? You don't have the
kid ain't got the vaccine. You can't come back to school.
And
this is all right, but see, it's also technical too. It's a little bit more tough for them because America, in the law, there is something where you can't force such thing as a vaccine on us unless we beg for it.
Mm-hmm.
This is the problem. So if people are begging for it, like, no, you got to give it to everybody. We have to get it. It's where they can pass the law because a majority of people are asking for it. That's the problem. So that's why they're causing this hysteria and people dying, Frank, the numbers of people that got sick to the number of people that died to the number of people that got better, it don't add up.
Yeah.
It don't add up. There's people that's going in there and say, yo, I got a light cough and dry eyes, and they're signing off coronavirus. Here, you got to stay home for 2 weeks. It don't add up.
Yeah.
How are you diagnosing me like that? My opinion.
What about the videos about, I forget the hashtag name, but people were going to their local hospitals, and a lot of hospitals were just empty.
Empty. Hey, I talked to 2 people so far that I got here in Yonkers that work for them. One says it's crazy. One does say it's crazy. Me and my old lady went out and drove around to like 3 or 4 hospitals. We saw the line for people that's doing the testing. The line was probably about half a block long.
Mm-hmm.
There was 10 cars on that line. That's it. And then the hospital wasn't crazy. The front of the hospital wasn't overrunning with people. None of that. None of them.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of nurses that shit is coming out too that's being downplayed. They're saying like, we don't know what the hell this is. Like, you know, this is showing up as a blood clot in their lungs, and this is showing up as a flu symptom, and we're still diagnosing them as corona victims. This is people I talk to.
Yeah. Now let me ask you this: December, January, maybe even November. Did you get sick?
Yeah, I was sick. Yeah, we were talking. Me and my old lady already talked about that.
No,
So we both sick.
What did that feel different to you?
No, it felt like sick. She was sick, and I stayed around. Well, usually, I'm a weirdo. I try to take the cold from her, so I get the bug, and while she gets better.
Got you.
And I got it, stayed home from work, got over it. She got sick, and then got sick again, which was weird. I think it was like in the same week. She got sick twice.
Whoa.
And then my boss had it. My boss was sick, and he got like 4 people at the job sick. This was December, bro.
Mm-hmm.
This was the month of December. He's in the chair like this at work. You gonna get me fired. You gonna get me fired.
All right, now think about this one, dude. I know this theory is already out there, but me personally, right? So early January was when we went to Tokyo Auto Salon, right? In January, or in Tokyo, Japan.
You had it.
I could have. Dude, we were around so many people, dude. When you're in Japan, you're like this. Dude, I was around so many people that are coughing, people that were sick. And me, I rarely get sick, dude, because I'm not a dirty person. I keep my hands clean all the time. I'm always conscious of that, right? So then I get back from Japan, and maybe like a few days later, a week later, something in the time frame that they're saying for the coronavirus, that it just doesn't show up at the time that you get sick. It takes a little time. So I just thought it was just like because traveling, and then I got sick, and then my son ended up getting sick. He was throwing up, getting the flu symptoms, right? So then I ended up getting sick, and bro, that shit took me out. I didn't want to do nothing. My body just felt like shit, aching. I was freezing and hot at the same time. It was terrible. And then my wife got it. My guy here, Alex, he got it too. And at that time, you know, around flu season, everybody gets sick. So, oh yeah, I'm sick. Oh, and what's the thing? Yeah. Oh, it's going around right now. Oh, it's going. You talk to everybody. Oh yeah, my aunt's sick. Oh yeah, it's going around. You go to the grocery store, talking with the clerk. You know, oh yeah, it's going around. That's the thing. It's going around. But the weird thing, right? So my son, we took him to Kaiser, to the hospital, and they checked him in and everything, and they said it wasn't the flu, it was a respiratory infection. I'm like, oh, okay, cool, you know, just take this vitamin C and just get some rest. Okay, cool. And my wife, she's feeling shitty. She's like, I do not feel good. And she was working at the time. So I say, you know what? Just go. We have insurance. Go check it out. Same thing. Respiratory infection. Not the flu. And this was like mid-January towards late January. Like, what the fuck is really going on, dude? How did that just happen that everybody ended up getting this respiratory infection that no one even knew what it was? And then, you know, a few months later, all this coronavirus shit pops up. And then you hear about these people that have it and they're not showing symptoms. And then people just dying out of nowhere. Like, it's crazy, bro. I don't know what's going on.
No, we got everybody. I think a lot of us had it already, just didn't know what it was. Because I had to stay home and work. Usually when I'm sick, I'll go to work, but obviously I can handle it.
Yeah.
That time when I got sick in December, I stayed home. I felt like shit.
Yeah.
So I think I wrapped up in a blanket and just drank mad tea, Theraflu, ginger, lemon, honey, and I always wrap myself up to sweat it out. Mm-hmm. I got better in like a week.
Yeah.
3 4 days, week.
Yeah. Hopefully, you know, hopefully they did
Frank,
get
it. This is bigger than anything, Frank. What about the economy crashing? Because there's no telling if we're gonna come back from this,
bro.
I don't think people understand that.
I was telling people, right? Because when this was coming up, everybody was saying the same thing. Common flu kills this many people. It's not a big deal. I'm saying you could say that it's been bad weather. It doesn't matter what the fuck the cause was, what the issue is, whether it's the coronavirus, some other virus, whatever it was. That doesn't matter. The situation that we're in is people are getting laid off and then businesses are closing.
People are scared.
What's going to happen then? No matter if it's a sickness or not. Just take that into consideration. All of these fucking businesses are closed. Millions of people are on unemployment. What do you logically think is going to happen? We're just going to... Oh, we're back.
China bought up a lot of stock, too. China also bought up a lot of stock since some prices came down.
Fuck.
I don't know. You know what it is? I've been into conspiracies and shit for a long time, is that I don't really talking about it. A lot towards people because not everybody's on the same page as me.
Yeah.
So I keep it to myself.
Yeah.
You believe, you know, your government loves you, everything. They're only taxing you because they love you. They're only telling you to take these vaccines because they love you. And, you know, you believe that shit.
Yeah.
You'll be the nigga with the chip that can't buy nothing because if you ain't got that chip, that's where your ID is. That's where your health care is and your food stamps, and that's where everything is. And if you don't have that, you can't do nothing. And you sheep are going to be the reason why everybody else got to get it. Yeah. And we don't need that. Yeah. That's why I always ask people, when you get the chip, they always ask me, what's the bad part? What's the worst thing about that chip? And I tell them, once you get the chip, right? So let's just say we all got it. Who controls it?
Yeah.
Who controls that chip?
Not me.
And you know what they all say? The government. I said, there you go.
When did you start getting into conspiracies?
15.
What made you get into that?
15. How old am I now? 32? I think I would be about 9/11. Around there? Yeah, 9/11. I just, something wasn't right.
Same shit, dude.
9/11 loose change is where everything changed my mind.
Same shit. Same thing, bro. I bought loose change from eBay. I bought a fucking disc. I remember buying the disc of loose change and watching that. And I told my dad, I said, Dad, you have to watch this and this. And by the beat, he was offended that I was questioning anything. And at the end of it, he was like, whoa. That was, I think that was a lot of people's entry into conspiracy. And it definitely brings up a lot of valid points, man.
Not brings up. There's facts in there. What plane hit the fucking Pentagon? None. That's the answer. It's fucking none.
Okay, I'm gonna say this right now because I know that Uncle Sam's listening right now. Yo, I will take this chip right now. Just let me see that security footage of the plane hitting the Pentagon. Chip me up. I'll do it. Chip me up.
Oh, they might CGI some shit. Listen, Sam, I ain't saying nothing. Keep it. I don't want to see shit. Keep it. I don't want to see shit.
But
I already know the truth.
I get what you mean about not wanting to talk to a lot of people about it, because a lot of people, they just do very surface research and it kind of just muddies up the water. You know, when you have these people, they're spreading false information from maybe like a little YouTube clip that they've seen or something like that, and it really tarnishes the name of a conspiracy theorist. But really what I like to call myself is like a thinker and somebody who questions things. And that's the biggest thing. You know, I'm not saying that the government is this bad entity and wants us all to die, and the Rockefellers and things like that. But I'm going to ask questions. And if these questions lead to making things look a certain way, then, I mean, it is what it is. Show me a different reason. Debunk it. I'll take it. Debunk it. I'll take it. But if you can't debunk it, and if you're telling me no, that's just what it is. Why do you think that? That's just what they said. That's what it is. Okay, I got a little problem with that, you know, and that could lend to my problem with authority. I don't know.
Yeah, a lot of people have been programmed to think that certain way. So that's why, like I said, I don't get mad. I don't argue. I understand because I was that same person. So I understand.
I was watching. I was telling Ak about this the other day. Hopefully you watched it. There was an interview with Alex Jones on Sam Tripoli's podcast. It's called Tinfoil Hat Podcast. So
maybe I heard it. So
Alex Jones was talking about something that could be a remedy for the coronavirus, which was this thing. It's called quinine.
Quinine.
Yeah, in the tonic water. And he was saying that in the British Empire that's why that they would win and they wouldn't get sick, is because they would have the limes and tonic water, and that would stop them or heal them quicker. And I was like, that's crazy, dude. I've seen that tonic water at the liquor store. There's no way. So I went to the liquor store, bought one, and it says it comes with it right there. So I Googled that, and it says that's to help cure malaria. And then what was going around was that chloroquine, right? That's what they use to cure malaria, right? So if anything happens with me, I'm definitely going to get, a 24 pack of those tonic drinks and some limes and just hide out in my room, and that's it. But
the natural healing of the earth, man, could cure you from almost any disease in the world. Half of them are always man-made.
Yeah.
I have a bad, like I drink, I would smoke, so my body ain't going to adhere to everything that I put in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But literally everything that comes out of the ground from the earth is good for you. Potatoes, carrots, broccoli, avocado is amazing. Black seed, like a lot of these things are healthy and good for the body.
Is there any sort of remedies?
Is
there any remedies that you personally use for, say, when you have a cold or sickness or something?
Ginger, lemon, raw honey, and green tea.
Got you.
Yeah.
And they're saying vitamin C a lot too.
Vitamin C, yeah, but you know what it is? You got to consistently use it. I take a multivitamin every single day, so a lot of this stuff is already in my system.
Yeah.
But like I said, I combat it with the drinking and the fucking smoking. So.
Do you watch what you eat? Like the types of foods that you eat from?
How else you think they go down? I look at it and be like, oh, this is gonna be crazy.
You still eat fast food?
I haven't ate fast food in about fucking 4 years.
Really?
5 years.
What made you stop?
McDonald's, they did that. I would give them the credit for that. McDonald's. Every time I ate McDonald's, I would wonder why my shit smelled like fucking toxic fluid. And only when I ate McDonald's. And then I started looking, then I started Googling, what the fuck is McDonald's meat made of? Once I seen that, I was like, oh, hell no. I haven't eaten fast food in about 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, that was definitely one that I pulled out at. I think it was probably around the same time, dude, where you started seeing all those videos pop up about, the burgers just lasting like fucking 4 years, 5 years, and no mold or anything.
Oh, nothing. Yeah, okay. I'm not eating that shit.
And then I was listening to a podcast yesterday, and they're talking about when Little Duval, he was on Joe Rogan, and they were talking about the same thing. And he's like, yeah, you seen the video of the McDonald's burgers and they last this long? And Little Duval's like, but that's good, ain't it?
See, this nigga's like that. That's the world, man. You gotta be careful.
You can eat this 4 years later, it'll still be good.
Nah, I'm good on you. French fries don't mold. This don't rotten. Nah, I'm not eating that shit.
So, what's your favorite conspiracy?
Favorite?
Yeah,
or the one that I don't know how everybody overlooks.
That one.
9/11.
Yeah.
I don't know how the fuck everybody overlooks that.
How does that make you feel as a New Yorker?
Oh, we was duped. That's the word they use. Duped. Mm-hmm. We got duped. Yeah, we got screwed on that one. All of this is just a power grab. The coronavirus, it's a real thing. It's dead serious. It's killing people, but it doesn't stop them from trying to grab some power on the way out while we're trying to fight this. All the power grabs. Stay in your house. Next thing is 6 feet, then 12 feet, then 24. Then nobody could be around anybody. We're going to sign that into law.
When do you think we're going to get out of this? If you had to guess,
I would think this is a test.
Yeah.
The same way. Do you remember when the food stamp cutout was for like a few hours? You remember that?
No.
Yeah, they had a big food stamp shortage where nobody had their food stamp money.
Mm-hmm.
None of the cards worked. Nigga, this was like for like 4 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And they came out and said, oh, it was a glitch in the system. It was a mistake. There was people breaking into stores, robbing the stores, walking under Walmart. I said and I said it when it happened. Oh, that was a test just to see how you animals are going to react. God forbid this really happens. And now they see how to prepare for it.
Now, didn't something similar happen, like a shutdown when the Boston bombing happened? Didn't Boston?
Oh, I don't know. Not up here, no.
Yeah, no, not up there, but in Boston, if I'm not mistaken, I think the whole entire city got shut down when they were looking for that guy, who did the bombing.
Oh yeah, they cut his tongue out and they shot him in the top of his head.
What the?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
Let me write that one down, dude. I gotta look into that one a little bit. Now, one more before we get off of conspiracies. This one is my favorite about what's going on right now. Have you been seeing the videos popping up of a lot of UFO sightings all around the world?
Yeah, I have seen them, but they kind of look kind of funny to me, Frank.
Really?
Yeah, because I seen like 2 of them on Facebook, and they look funny to me. I mean, I believe in UFOs 100%.
Yeah.
But just those videos, I guess I saw do look funny.
So what if all the elites, the billionaires or what have you, the ones that stepped away from their positions a few months back from all these huge corporations, what if they're just they're all dipping right now to the moon or to Mars or what have you, and that's why we got to stay inside so we don't see the spaceships leaving?
No, hell no, I don't believe in that.
Come on, dog.
Frank, don't tell me you believe in that bullshit.
I want to. I'm like X-Files, dude. I want to believe.
I don't believe in that one fucking bit. As far as UFO sightings, I believe it. As far as the elite just leaving niggas here on Earth to take it off at night so we can't see, nah, I don't believe it.
Have you ever seen a UFO?
No.
No?
I would love to.
Me too, dude. I would definitely want to see a UFO. Not a ghost.
Yeah,
I'm chill on ghosts. I
Either one, I would love to.
You'd love to see a ghost?
Yeah, as long as it was my man. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I know that they're here, and they're probably here right now just watching us. But
I see one over there by that damn old ass 2 TVs you got in the corner over there.
That's my guy,
One of them
dude.
is trying to turn it on. One of them over there trying to turn it on.
I respect him, bro. That's why he don't mess with me. Oh shit, dude. So I want to switch up subjects a little bit, dude. Music. How big of an impact does music have on your life?
Big impact? Not really a big impact.
Really?
I like music. If I want to feel chill, mellow, I go to old school Jamaican music. I'm Jamaican.
Got you.
So I would go to that and just catch a vibe and pour a little drink and I'll chill.
Yeah.
To Jamaican music. If I want to get ratchet, I put on some Pop Smoke, Sleepy Hollow, Kodak, NBA.
Sleepy Hollow?
Yeah, that's a new gentleman out from Brooklyn.
Really?
Write that down. Put Sleepy Hollow, Deep End.
What is it?
Deep End.
Okay.
Yeah, I mess with that song. I like that one.
Yeah, I'll check that out. What about out towards your area? Is there any rappers or anything like that coming out of your area?
I don't know. Oh yeah, we got the Vatos. They out there rapping. I forgot some name, but yeah, there's music out here in Yonkers. Absolutely, there's music.
Yeah, when I was growing up, I always gravitated towards East Coast music. That was my thing, man. Like Wu-Tang, Nas, Jay-Z, DMX, Rough Riders, all of that. I was into that even more than I was like West Coast music back in the day.
West Coast music is dope, man. West Coast music is fire.
You gotta come out here, bro. We gotta go get an Impala, go cruise around, go eat some Roscoe's.
I'm with it, man. You got getting something with a low rider, hit the switches with a bitch.
I'm Mexican, bro. You know I got an uncle with an Impala. He's got one with switches and everything.
I ain't never been in a hydraulic car, man. I'm dying to, man.
Yeah, dude, that would be so sick, bro.
I want one, man. I'm gonna get one.
Yeah. So let's talk about the RSX, bro. What do you have going on with that?
RSX. Oh shit. RSX is my toy, man. RSX is just something me and my boy built just for me to have fun because I never had nothing too fast. I never won a race.
Yeah.
I always got spanked out there.
I feel you.
96 E-Kick hatch with a V16 with an LS tranny, and I used to get demolished, which is fine.
Yeah.
And then this is the fastest car I've ever had as a 13.0 at 107, the RSX. And yo, bro, I'm happy, bro. 247 horsepower, cut in the quarters. I got a different set of doors and different set of different trunk on stock rims with R888s on it. And I ran 13.0 at 107.
Nice.
I'm happy. I'm not out here to break records. I don't want to join you niggas gangs. I'm good. Like I'm happy in my lane. This is my lane. I'm good. You know what I mean? Well, that's about it, man.
So when
I think I'm gonna put a head package on it. And then I'm gonna go to 4-piston. I think I'm gonna put a head package in it.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's what's up, dude. When are you gonna race Trap?
Trap, you don't want no smoke, man. I have a cigarette right now. This would be it. Trappy don't want no smoke, man. I better dust and Trappy off, okay?
How often?
That's the first time I seen Trappy drive, man. Like really power shift was when he drove Project Drive and then he drove my car.
Yeah.
It was the first time. I seen him power shift. I was like, oh shit, this nigga can really do it. So when I hear him, I'm just like, oh man, hold on.
Yeah.
I gotta get him out the hole, man. If I jump on him by a car and a half, I got him.
Seems like you guys are always having fun, man.
Hell yeah, bro. We don't take none of this shit serious. Me and Trap. When I was on live when you joined there, niggas was asking me, yo, you a Trap? We raced 6 times already, bro. You ain't see the video? We don't take this shit serious, bro.
I feel you, man.
Oh man.
So let's talk about the giveaway cars that you guys been doing. How did you feel about Lefty and how everything came out with the car, how it came looking, and the finished product? 'Cause that shit looks sick.
Lefty was dope, man. You seen Lefty? Yo, you didn't see Lefty in person.
No.
Lefty in person was dope, man. He got it from Lefty with the color and everything and the motor. Oh no, did he get the motor? No, I don't remember. But he got it from Lefty, and to see him build that car and say, yo, you know, fuck it, we're gonna do all-wheel drive, and we're gonna do a brake tuck, and we're gonna do this, and we're gonna do that, and we're gonna make all-wheel drive. I'm just like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, yo, you sure? And he's like, yeah, man, this car's gonna be dope. And to see it get done was amazing, bro.
Yeah.
It was truly amazing, man. Lefty was turbo, all-wheel drive, 600 and something horsepower, and right-hand drive.
Were you there when the guy picked it up?
And I didn't get to drive it. No, one day.
Oh man, he was probably stoked, dude.
I didn't even get to sit in the motherfucker. I was mad about that. I don't fit in the bucket seat. You know, I'm a big boy. You know, I don't fit in the bucket seat.
So after seeing that car get built, that you didn't want to do any of that to the RSX?
No. Yeah, no. That didn't. As far as it moved me to do mine, no. Ian Trap had tagged me in they got an all-wheel drive subframe for the back now for the RSX. That shit was dope.
Oh wow.
I forgot the company's name, but that shit was dope. $1,500 for that little subframe that go in the back so you can make an all-wheel drive. But I'm just like, yeah, no.
Yeah. So what do you usually
take my hatch out? I would just take my motor out, put it in the hatch, and I can have fun like that.
What do you usually do for fun? Just like not car related or anything like that?
Right, as of right now, nothing. I do a podcast with my old lady.
No way.
Actually, she started it. Yeah, she started her little podcast. It's just I guess we got to upload it to Spotify or one of them little things.
No shit.
Yeah, she wanted to do a little podcast. She was like, while we on downtime with Downstar.
Yeah.
Plug you. Let me plug you.
Thank you, dog. Thank you.
I mean, while we on this downtime with the quarantine shit, let me just start a little. I said, all right, let's do it. I mean, and yeah, we did our first episode last week, but she ain't posted yet. I don't know what's going on.
Whoa, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm waiting for her to put it up so I can listen to it and tell y'all about it so we can laugh.
So what?
Yeah, I know.
Was it like a video or what?
No, she wanted to do just the audio.
Uh-huh.
Why? I don't know.
So how did you guys record it?
On phone.
Uh-huh.
And after that, I text my man, and he gave me the whole setup about what stuff to buy.
Got you.
Put it on, and so she gonna. I think she ordered it already. It's tough to do that.
Sick, dude. How long have you guys been together?
6 years.
Awesome, man. That's cool, dude.
Frank, mind your business, Frank.
That's cool that you guys can just get together and do a podcast, bro. I like that.
Yeah, I'm with it, man. I'm with it. And I'm retarded. You know that?
Why you say that?
On Guncast? Waiting to catch you. You see how I don't want to ask it or don't want to answer. Would you hold it down question?
Do you have any questions right now? Any hold it down questions?
I have one. When you're ready for me to ask it, I got.
All right, we'll end it out with that. But before we get out of here, I like what you guys are doing with Guncast. What is your idea of what Guncast is going to be, say, for the rest of 2020, and what is an idea that you have for it being?
I would like to see Guncast give people a relief. Like, basically, all right, Joe Budden has a podcast, right? I love that shit, Frank, religiously.
Yeah, me too.
Wednesdays and Saturdays, I'm religious with that.
That's my shit. That's my number one, and Downtime's my number two.
Religious. Joe Budden, he's funny. he reminds me, like, he makes me feel like me. How he say what he want.
Yeah.
He's not scared to be a goofy nigga. Like, and I like that.
Yeah.
And Joe Budden podcast really is what I see us becoming.
Yeah.
Dead serious, because Ak has his personality. Frank, you see me? I be dying.
Yeah.
I be dying. And I see us being similar to that. My man didn't get his first sponsor until 5 or 6 years later. I'm fine with that. Sponsors don't me. I'm cool with that. I'm good.
You know what? I feel the same way, dude. And since they stopped doing episodes, my life has just been fucked up ever since Wednesday. I don't know what to do with myself.
Yeah, I'm just like, fuck. Man. They had to practice social distancing. You niggas, damn, man.
Remember, I don't know if you remember when he said this. He'll always just say the most random shit. He said, "Yo, do you guys ever just lay down in your bed and close your eyes and pretend you're dead?"
Yes, I remember.
I said, what?
Yes. I remember when the podcast they was talking about when Joe was talking about Durex condoms being the shit, and he was like, "So wait, my dick's small?" Niggas was just like, "What?"
Oh man, who's your favorite from the show, Joe?
Joe, 100% Joe.
Yeah.
I would go Joe, and then I would go Rory.
Really? Not Maul?
Yeah. Nah, Maul. Sometimes Maul. I think Maul be lying.
You think so?
I don't think Maul be keeping it 100. Yeah, I think he be lying. He just perfect. He just is perfect, nigga. Man, you lying. Nigga. You had shit things to get thrown back in '98 too, nigga. We all had duties things back then. Lying motherfucker.
Oh man, I love that podcast, guys. If you never listened to that, the Joe Budden podcast is definitely the #1 podcast out. I love it, dude. What other podcasts?
With Joe Rogan too.
Yeah. The only reason I say that Joe Budden is #1 is because I can't listen to Joe Rogan every single episode, and it's not his fault. It's just sometimes the guests that he has on there, it's not in my wheelhouse, you know. Like now, I want to listen to all the scientists and doctors and things like that. But just on a regular day basis, I'd rather listen to when it has Eddie Bravo or somebody on there, one of the buddies or somebody interesting.
Eddie Bravo.
You don't know Eddie Bravo?
Sounds familiar.
Oh, dude, he's one of the biggest conspiracy theorists out there, dude.
Eddie Bravo. No, it sounds from Eddie Bravo.
You have to know Eddie Bravo, dude.
No, I think I do. Because now as I keep saying it, no, I think I do.
Huge. He'll go on there. Did you ever see the one with Joe Rogan when he had Alex Jones on there?
Of course.
So when he was on there and then the other guy came on, that's Eddie Bravo. And the other guy came and...
Oh, yes. I knew it sounded familiar. Yes.
That dude, he's a nut. When they were talking about, like, the cloning the babies or what have you, and Alex Jones flipped out.
Alex is a fucking genius. That's the first person I listened to when I started getting into conspiracy theories, and everybody told me I was crazy.
Yeah.
I stopped listening to him for a few years because he had me freaking out.
Yeah.
Thinking that the world was going to end. So I will say he was a little bit of fear mongering when I was listening. When I first started listening to him, but as when I got older and I started looking and like, all right, he's just trying to prepare you. He doesn't mean it how he's coming across.
Yeah. And I think that's one of his biggest problems. And that's what Joe always tries to tell him, is that he's just going nonstop. And then he'll say something and then they're killing the babies. And you're like, wait, hold on. What are you talking about? But then when you slow him down and then you have him bring up an article and then the article says exactly what he's saying, you're like, wow, this dude is...
It's just the way he's coming across it's too forward.
Yeah, definitely. So what other podcasts do you listen to besides those two?
Joe Rogan, Alex Jones, my shit, Guncast, 6 p.m. Mondays. Keep Gunner / YouTube. Downstar. And that's it. I'm going to feel bad if I don't mention somebody.
Yeah, I feel you, dude. Do you listen to the Brilliant Idiots?
No.
No? Do you like Charlemagne or no?
No. I can't stomach Charlemagne.
Hey.
As far as the radio goes, that's about it. I think Charlemagne is a sucker.
You think so?
Yeah, my point. Yeah, I think it's a sucker. I think Charlemagne is here to get ahead and get by any way he can.
Yeah.
Make it, and something that's not for me. That's just fine.
No, I feel you. And I could see why you think that. Especially with one of the most recent things about when he was doing the interview with Gucci, and Gucci was calling Angela Yee a bitch, and Charlemagne kind of just didn't even say anything. I'm like, come on, bro.
That's your man. You're supposed to defend him.
Yeah, but then
at least delete it out of there. You can't change everybody. At least delete the shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he didn't have to put that up there, but I could see where that comes from. I was
shock and all, bro. Shock and all.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I wish you the best, man. I love the podcast. I love listening to it. It's part of my Monday roll. I'll throw that on there. The only thing that I really wish that you guys would do is separate the audio and put it on as a podcast, because it's hard for me just to be on YouTube while I'm doing other things, and then I can't listen because then the app has to be running the video. So if I want to be on Instagram or something while I'm listening, I can't. And to do that, it's not that much. I could help you guys with that, but basically, just get a SoundCloud and then strip the audio and then just upload it. And that's
we on it. No, trust me, we on it. Right?
Yeah, because it definitely deserves it, man. It's a dope podcast for sure. I love the camaraderie you guys have, and definitely something that I envy, friendship that you guys have, and just to be able to sit with each other and just laugh and be honest and be your genuine selves,
Ock basically told me he do this just for me. He said, basically, I do Guncast just for you. That's it. He could be doing something else.
Yeah.
But he does it just for me. So I'm humbled by that, because I enjoy that shit, for real.
Yeah.
I'll be fucking dying.
Yeah, it's funny.
I enjoy it, man.
What did you say the other day? Fuck, I told you it was something about spam. He was saying about Aki eating spam or something. Fuck, what was it? There's something that you said. I was just... You guys have a dope relationship, man.
It's just funny though.
So one of the segments that you have on there is what was it called again?
Would you hold it down?
Would you
at the end of every podcast? Yeah.
Okay, so break that down. What is that?
Yo, I was driving home from work. I think was I driving from work? Yeah, and I had called my shorty and told her like, yo, I got an idea. I think about doing something like, would you hold it down at the end of every podcast? She's like, what you mean? Like, like, would you hold it down if your mom was cheating on your dad and you found out? Would you hold it down, or would you tell your mom? And it's exactly what she did. She was cracking the fuck up. Like, what the fuck is wrong with your head, boy? And ever since that day, I thought of something, and then that's it. These niggas they eat it up, man. Then I started incorporating girls into it, and it's been going good.
I love it, bro. I love it. So we got to get one for you.
I got one. If
All right.
You want one.
All right. Yeah, let's do it.
You sure? We ready?
All right. Yeah, we're ready.
Are you gonna answer this?
How does it work? Do we both answer it, right?
So no, we don't both answer shit.
Okay.
It's on you. It's
okay.
on you, and you're watching. You're listening.
Oh shit! All right.
All right. So I'm gonna ask a question. I'm gonna paint the picture the best way I can.
Let's paint it. Okay, so I'm gonna give my answer, and then everybody listening, if you're on YouTube or if you go to the Downtime with Downstar Instagram, leave a comment on this episode of your answer of would you hold it down. Let's go. I'm ready.
Right. So, Frank, you my man, 150 grand, right? We known each other. It's me and you. We known each other for 20 plus years.
Okay.
We live across the hall from each other, right? So, we usually just walk in and out of each other's house. Like, my door is yours. Well, if my shit's open, you come on in. Yo, Vicky. Yo, what's good? I'm in here. Cool. Yo, I come in your house. Frank, what's good? I'm in here. Nah, it's cool. Come in.
Gotcha.
All right, no doubt. We got this mutual understanding.
Gotcha.
So one day, it's a Saturday. I'm at the crib. I got a new girlfriend. Y'all introduced just like a week before I introduce y'all. I mean, like I'm telling you, Frank, like this is my shorty. This is, I mean, like my baby.
And what's my situation?
You single.
Dirty Dick Frank.
Yeah, you dirty. You do. The pee-pee is filthy. Pee-pee filthy.
I still got a condom on.
So I'm in the crib. You in your house. You doing whatever you do. You eating pizza. You eating pizza. One bite. Everybody knows the rules, Frankie. And then you fucking. You decided that you need to come to my crib for something.
Yeah.
So, like I said, we don't knock. We don't do nothing.
Yeah.
You open the door. You come in. You hear the music. You hear the music playing.
Yeah. What's the music? I got to hear the song. What is it?
How deep is your love? How is your... That's the music playing, right?
What's the odor? What's the odor like? The temperature?
Sex.
Okay.
It's sex. The odor sex. So you walking in, yo, big ass. Nobody hears you. But then you start hearing moaning.
Yeah.
So now you tuned in. You start hearing moaning again. Like, damn, why is he moaning? What the? You hear Vicky moaning his girl's name.
Oh, shit. Okay. Well, she has to have a name. There's got to be a sexy name.
Monica.
Monica. Okay, we'll take Monica.
You hear me? Oh, Monica. Oh, my God. I'm moaning Monica. Period. You hear that? You don't make it. You don't make no more of a sound. You leave. Are you gonna hold it down to address me about me being a 300+ pound man moaning Monica's name, or you gonna keep it to yourself? You gonna hold it down, or you gonna address me?
No, I'm gonna tell you. I'm like, hey, dog. So I went into the pad, get some pizza, some napkins. And your girl was putting it down on you.
Yeah, you might ruin the friendship.
You gotta keep moaning. You gotta keep that one around, because I never heard you moan before with Stacy. Monica,
you gonna ruin the fucking friendship. You can't tell no nigga you heard him moaning. Nah, you gonna ruin the friendship.
That's the same thing as grunting.
Nah. You see, that's why I made sure to put it as moaning. No, it's not.
Okay, moaning.
It's different. You in there, Monica, no, that's not the same shit.
I don't know, man. That's a crazy situation.
Yeah, you're gonna ruin the friendship. I'm telling you. You tell that and you heard him, you're gonna ruin the friendship.
I mean, to be honest, if I go into anybody's pad and they're doing something that I know is a personal thing that they don't want anybody to hear, not even sex or moaning or anything like that, just, we all have our own things that we like to do, and when nobody's around, and if
jerk off, Frank, just say it.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Jerk off. Well, whatever. If I see my boy jerking off, or something, like, oh, all right, bro, and that's it. When he comes out after that,
you see your man jerking off in public, you better say something. That's number one.
I don't have any mans that are gonna be jerking off in public, bro. And if I do, I gotta reevaluate that friendship.
Call the cops on that nigga. I give you the right. Call the cops on that nigga.
So what would you do? You just walk in and hear me just scream, Monica,
cracking the fuck up. He crack. I mean, fucking hysterically cracking. Oh,
or what do you crack the door and she's changing my diaper, bro. My legs are in the air.
Come in the seat. Like this, look, like this.
Go, see, there you go. Gonna get me go viral, bro.
Oh, I'm not sending that out. That's between me and you.
You hold that one, huh?
So yo, my niggas, watch how you talk to me, my nigga. Stop talking to me like that. And I'll just text you the picture. You see you with your legs up with the diapers? It would never go on the internet, no.
Oh shit!
Yeah, that's what I got, man. That's what we do on fucking Guncast, man.
I love it, man.
Stuff like that, better keep you laughing, man.
So that's Guncast every Monday at 6 Eastern time, right?
PM Eastern Standard Time on Mondays, yes, sir.
So 3 o'clock West Coast time. YouTube.com/keepgunning.
Sir.
There we go, bro. Very entertaining show, man. I love it. I wish you guys the best, and I'm excited to see where it goes. You know, just we're in the same space, so what you guys do motivates me, and I need more of that, dude. I need motivation, and hopefully other people join the space, and we could all help each other out. You know, even if like the Honda stuff and the racing and all that, maybe there's animosity there. We could create our own little community over here of media podcastings and help each other out and help build each 100%. Other, you know.
Right. I got no problem with any of this shit, bro. Like, honestly, you know, I'm here for the growth and to see everybody do good and see everybody win, man. Like, literally, man. And, you know, just stop with the bullshit. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
Let's all win together.
Yeah, no, definitely, dude. I think after this whole pandemic, things are going to be a lot different. People are realizing what's really important, what doesn't matter. And a lot of the stuff that we were going through was that we just had too much time. Ooh. Let's talk about it. What do we got there?
Right. I got people begging me to drop this.
That is hard.
Shirt, right?
So what's your motivation on that? What is that label from? Casamigos. Okay. Is that your drink?
That's y'all drink. You Mexican, right?
No, I haven't drank since 2010, but my people definitely drink, though.
Casamigos, man. That's inspired by Casamigos.
I like that shirt, dude. That shit is sick. So when you dropping that?
I'm just waiting on one more piece of merch to get established, and then I said I'm gonna let it go. I don't want people asking me to let it go right now, but if I'm not completely ready, I don't want to take your money and be sitting on your shit.
Yeah.
That's why I said I'm not gonna let it go yet, bro.
Definitely.
Let me get everything, and I got you.
Well, sure. when it's out, it's gonna go for sure, man. I see it.
Yeah, God's willing, man. God's willing. I'm a humble dude, so God's willing.
You're gonna make it far, Vic. For real, bro. Especially with that attitude and your values and your honor. We need more of that in our space, dude. And that's why I'm excited to see your growth and see what you end up doing, you know?
Yeah, appreciate you, Frank.
Yeah, of course, bro. You ever need anything from my side, always holler at me. I'm always here to help, man.
You met me in person.
Yeah.
I'm not a goofball nigga.
No. You're like twice my size.
Besides that, man, size don't mean shit. Niggas can be big and still be it's just being genuine, straight up, straightforward.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah. No, definitely. Same person right now that I met. And I wish you the best of success, dude. This is an exciting time, you know? This is going to be exciting. And there's a lot of content that can be created. And just like Joe Budden keeps us going Wednesdays and Saturdays, or did, you know, and Downtime with Downstar, or Monday, Thursday, Guncast Thursday, or Monday as well, dude. It's part of the schedule.
And we get back up at the Guncast, we gonna be up and running.
Hell yeah.
Quarantine, 6 feet.
I love it, bro. So before we get out of here, where can people find you at?
Instagram, Gunner Vick 914, man. On Instagram, that's it. Facebook, I don't do it no more.
Gotcha.
That's about it.
Gunner Vick. I'll have it listed below. Vic, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. And
appreciate you, man.
Keep hustling, bro. I love it. And I wish you the best.
Man.
All right, guys.
I appreciate you, Frank.
Of course, man. Thank you guys for listening. Make sure you check out Guncast every Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern. YouTube.com/Keep Gunning. Awesome show. I love it. And I love you all. Thank you for listening. This is episode 159, and we out. Peace.